Last class with Mr. Casale, we talked about legal factors. First of all, we talked about the rule of law, that it is basically how law is used in the place you're intending to enter, such as if actually law is valid and people act between the parameters of law. We also talked about the duties that a company has to deal with while entering into an international market, the taxes, if the countries are protective, if the government of the country is protective, there will be high taxes. If not, there will be lower taxes, and that will be more attractive for international business. Norms and ULs that are quality and feature requirements, and the norms and ULs are important for imported and domestic products in order for be able to be sold in the place you want to sell them. If you don't fulfill the requirements, you will not be able to sell your products because the government will prevent it. We also talked about the brand of a company, that it may be more valuable than the company itself, and we talked about Apple. We also talked about extraterritoriality, that it is making valid laws outside the territory in order to protect the company from corruption or fraud. We talked about trade agreements about between countries. We talked about the INPI, that it is national, and the WIPO, that it is international legal treaties. We talked about protection of intellectual property, in which WIPO is an international organization that protects it all around the world. We also talked about where can we place international laws. They can be public or private. We can make international laws publicly, like government relationships, diplomatic issues, and like that. And private, like legal treaties or arrangements between industries working or exercising all around the world. We also talked about litigation, that it is when there is fraud or something like that, you go into a trial in which you see how to deal with it. And within intellectual property, we talked about patents, trade names, trade secrets like Coca-Cola's recipe, trademarks, and copyrights. That all of these protect your product or your service from being copied all around the world. And as an example, with WIPO, you can be able to protect it from copycats in all over the world, like in China or something like that.